Welcome back, you nerds, to another episode of Canonwalkers here on the Shard of Opportunity. I think we left the group on a boat in the middle of the Western Ocean, making their way to Rall Elorim. Everyone had some downtime. Everyone got to hang out, reflect a little bit on their journey and where they were going, why they're here, where did they come from. And, well, I know where they're going. They're going to Rall Elorim. And I know exactly what they're going to find in Rall Elorim. But do they? Join us here on episode 22 to see what they find in Rall Elorim and how Rall Elorim finds them. I'm sorry, I just really like saying Rall Elorim. All right, here we go. Without further ado, episode 22 of Canonwalkers, the Shard of Opportunity. All right, welcome back, everyone, to Canonwalkers. We're in chapter 6 now. 6 out of 7 chapters. We're getting pretty close to the end. How's everyone feeling about that? I think we can kind of feel the rising tension a little bit, but
I don't think there's ever been tension in this game ever.
Don't upset the GM this late.
Surely nothing has happened once in this story.
I think that level 6 is a big level mechanically in the CosmereRPG. It represents a changing of tiers from tier 1 to tier 2. And for those of us that are human characters, you know, maybe some of us, maybe all of us, maybe all of you, I don't know who's listening, but it presents an opportunity to take 2 talents at 1 leveling. And so I'm a little excited to show off what Monsieur Tylin can do now.
Oui, so am I. I can't wait to see what he can do and see how I can break him. But yeah, tier 2 is really cool. Level 6, those of us who are singers get maybe have some new forms. So we'll I guess we'll look for that. But all right, I think as we left our characters, they were on a boat called the Measured Response, on the way to Rall Elorim. It was going to be a 90-day journey, a lot of downtime. Is there anything else that people wanted to role play about the downtime? Matthew, I think we have some crafting to do.
Yes, indeedly do.
All right. What are you crafting?
So Farav, now having the supplies and now able to, by the GM's rules, craft at a tier 3 level, is going to try to make a suppressor fabrial.
All right. Okay. This is going to be, you may be able to craft this, but it's going to be, you know, pretty high DC because it's tier 3, but I'm letting you take a crack at it.
Yes. So
the first you have what crafting tests do you have to make? Do you make 2? Because you have
I'm gonna have to make 2. I've got to do a lore to trap the spren, and to make it a tier 3, I need to beat a 25.
Right. Good
Which
luck.
is probably not going to happen because
piece of cake.
I don't have that much anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to make a crafting roll, in which, depending on how that goes, determines how good the craft is.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and with the spread, with both of these, I think I'm going to give you advantage because of all of the preparation that you did, working with those 2 people in Sesamelik's Dar. You had help. You have really good resources and materials here to make this, and you didn't get to spend a lot of time with that beautiful Racium dagger, but you did get a little bit of knowledge from just being around it, I think. And anyway, I'll just and you've got the aluminum, right? You've got the aluminum for this too. So all right, yeah, let's go ahead and do some crafting rolls, man. Lore and then crafting.
Okay, lore is I'm now scared to roll.
Okay.
15. I got a 21, which
All right.
technically makes 21. It a tier 2.
Technically, you can, if you fail, you reattempt capturing the spread on another day, continuing until you succeed or give up. As you have 90 days on the boat to do this, I mean, we'll just say eventually you capture the right spread. But
for everybody else's role playing, you just see my dice every few seconds.
You're just out there. You just roll for the rest of the session.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So you've got the spread, and actually, because you failed with that advantage, I'm actually going to take away the advantage for your actual crafting roll.
Okay.
So be mad at me if you want. I don't care. But I do have to impose some punishment on you for not arbitrarily rolling randomly this number 25. So.
But I okay.
Fabrial crafting test. I mean, what's your crafting at this point? Level 6.
+9.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Come on.
Okie dokie. 13 + 9, 22.
22.
Which makes
and
it
you're
quality.
over. Quality creation, things go swimmingly. 1 effect, 2 upgrades, and 1 drawback. Cool. So you've got the suppression effect, 2 upgrades, and 1 drawback. You can use 2 upgrades to do. You can either roll from the Fabrial upgrade and drawback table. I will have you roll for the drawback. Or you can do an advanced Fabrial feature. Spend both of your upgrades on one of those features.
Based on what we talked about, what would you recommend for the rules?
I would recommend that because you're level 6 and this is a tier 3 thing, I was only going to give you 1 charge. So I probably would go for the expanded capacity advanced feature to give you 4 total charges of the Fabrial.
I'll go for that.
Okay, cool. And then roll me a D8 for the drawback.
Yeah. Boy. 5.
Oh, lower capacity decreases the Fabrial maximum charges by 1. Good thing you took that advanced feature, otherwise it would have 0 charges. Cool. So it's got 3 total charges.
Awesome.
And that's good because otherwise I was going to have to remember some of the drawbacks are actually really cool, and like the GM can spend a complication to use up a charge or to break it or something like that. But lower capacity makes it easy on me not having to remember that.
Awesome. And Tylin is still huffing Stormlight for most of his time, correct?
Yeah, I think that for the most part, what Tylin is doing is trying to improve his bond with the misspren Zumi. I think where previously you guys have seen him testing out illusions that are external, little displays of light or manipulating something externally. I think that on this journey, Scott, let me know if you want me to roll for this, but on this journey, what I'm really going to try to be practicing is mastering the manipulation of my own face or my own body, kind of like Shalans sometimes demonstrate in the stories. You could just occasionally see me with my misspren across, and the misspren, just to Tylin specifically, would be saying create a Thalen. And then I try to create a Thalen, create a Makabaki, and then I try to create a Makabaki, create an Iriali, boom. And it's just rapid changes of my face to different people across Rashar.
Yeah, I like that. And I'm not going to make you roll for that because you've got 90 days of downtime to work on that.
I'm just like practicing that kind of like skill all the time to improve.
Yeah, I think that's good.
At some point, Farav will, whenever the GM wants, does not have to be now, Farav will come up behind him and activate the Fabrial to see if it worked.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the range on the Fabrial?
We have not discussed range.
15 feet diameter.
Okay.
Go ahead. Back to Farav making Tylin whoever he is again.
Yeah, so is that a roll challenge that would maybe be interesting to do? Is it like my illumination roll versus Farav's, I don't know, crafting roll or something?
From what Scott and I had hinted about together in our little backroom deals, basically it would create a bubble area where using invested arts would not work. Scott, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to think if we want to make it a roll that the person does, or if it's just you have to roll Farav against their like spiritual defense. And I think they'll have to roll. Tylin, go ahead and roll an illumination test.
Okay. Here's an illumination roll for us.
And you do notice that there seems to be a something pushing against your ability. Yeah.
It's like suddenly challenging or difficult. I rolled a 14 overall.
14. I think we were thinking the DC is 15. So whatever illusion you just had puffs out.
Okay. Interesting. Like I thought it was going to work out really well, and then it just like fails. And
yep. And you lose the stormlight.
Right. What was that, Zumi?
You're talking to me, Zumi?
No,
Zumi
I'm just talking. Okay. I'm talking generally to Zumi.
Got it. Okay. Farav there with that troll grin on his face. The literal embodiment of the meme. Oh gosh.
The biggest Grinch smile. Now he'll probably just like make a quick note. He's like, "Oh, interesting. It works," and then slink off back to Tinker, I guess.
All right. Cool. Farav slinks off with his heart that's 3 sizes too small. Like the Grinch. Cool. Anything else anyone else wants to do on this boat ride before we get to Ral Elorim, the City of Shadows?
Just double checking. We did have the deal with the captain where for every day we worked, we got 2 spheres, right?
Correct. Very correct.
Okay, so Nmra's working every day.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. She's not taking a break. This is very reminiscent of home to her. So you are seeing her very much, almost like very early on Nmra. She seems the most carefree she has looked in quite some time.
Nice.
Vardah will also work while on the boat.
Okay.
Doing whatever base job they need. But also,
Vardah, weren't you going to take some time to respec? Okay, so you don't work the full 90 days.
Yeah. I was also going to spend some of that time researching.
Yeah.
Reading those books that they gave us about the desolations and I'm trying to remember what all they were about. I think it was mostly the desolations.
Yeah.
Singers and heralds.
Yeah, as much of the kind of ancient history stuff as you could get, and I'd I think we agreed that he'll have pretty much about as much information as anyone mid Oathbringer or something.
Yeah, something like
that. Cool. Cool.
So out of curiosity, because I don't want to do the math, how many spheres would he get then for the work?
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks that you have to take in order to do that. So 70 times 140 spheres.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. And then Nmra gets 180. What are Spark and Risha doing? Are they working?
Spark is working partially, but she's also spending any downtime trying to work with others in the team, like hand-to-hand fighting, like close quarters. There's just, using hardened defense to maybe harden up a pant leg around the knee. So, she can get a good knee or, elbow and, things like that to try to really just dirty fighting.
Nice. All right. Yeah. And I think we were talking about maybe you get a new expertise of like hand to hand.
Yeah. Something like that. Just because, I don't know that that's something that's used much in the Rosharan world. Everything is all really long melee weapons. So, but with the Spren bond, maybe that makes it a little more possible for her to get inside and.
Yeah. With a karate chap that could crack a chol wide open.
That's right.
Love it.
Body check, shoulders, yeah.
All right. So you get a new expertise and 0 money. Okay. Great.
Who needs money?
But you know where to go to get money anyway. So.
That's right.
And Marissa, what's Risha up to?
Yeah, she's going to spend most of the time working, helping out where she can with, like navigation or other odd jobs that are whatever. And then she is going to take a few days to kind of reflect and kind of meditate on what is next for her, kind of try and redirect her focus, trying and see what is kind of get her head back in the game, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. As you do so, whether you're out on whether she's out on the deck of the ship or in a cabin somewhere, fun little wind spren always seem to be hanging out around you.
Okay.
And Koro, having. You just notice that they seem to play around you a lot more than they do anywhere else. But okay. So you do work some though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll say that you also get 140 spheres.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'd say that Tylin's maybe about like half the time working or so. But at a certain point in our adventures, I see Vardah, in a shard plate, kind of like heaving and hoeing, maybe somewhat singing a sea shanty. I don't know how Vardah does, but I want to go up
Do we do
and
what the drunk didn't say there?
Exactly.
I was trying to think drunken Vardah.
As he's singing under his breath a sea shanty, I just want to like slowly move over to Vardah and just match his tone, match his rhythm as he's working, and then to Vardah specifically, I want to say like, hey, I just wanted to like acknowledge all that you do for the group with your blade and plate you're the strongest among us now. And I think that's just like something that should be pointed out and acknowledged. So thank you, Vardah.
Vardah at first starts to move away, but then as you start to talk to him, he stops and listens. And he just kind of grunts at first and lets a long pause hang in the air.
And I'm going to try to like fill that silence or that pause and say like, I think I understand where you're coming from. And I think that we are in alignment. There's the group that we're trying to protect, and maybe just people that we're trying to protect. But part of that armor, it doesn't make you invincible. And I'm going to be honest, like, I can't always be there to heal you. I'm not that good at it. I should be better, but I'm not. And I don't know, I just feel like you're a little reckless, unnecessarily. Like, you're trying to protect people, but you don't need to sacrifice yourself, you know?
Vardah again tries to process a little what he's saying and then says, Tylin, you are kind to those who might seem unworthy. This, you are my family. I must help my family.
It's strange how people who don't know each other can become important. But I agree. You and this group are important to me.
Oahu says, I must try.
Yeah. We all have to try. Even when we don't want to. Right? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Vardah refuses to sing along.
You can't push too hard, man.
I thought I had it. He sings to himself.
Oh, man.
Should notice, what would you do to a drunken Farav? And then he'll just go on a whole
toss
list.
him overboard. At the attempt to breach his cognitive defense even further, he does then move away.
As you move away, one of the sailors cries out. You've mostly been in sight of land. You haven't really gone too far away from the shoreline. You know you're getting close to the end of your journey here, but you're still about a day or so off when this sailor up in the crow's nest shouts that there are somethings in the sky. And you look up and you see what seems like figures trailing long robes or clothing or some kind of fabric headed in the direction of Ral Elorim, headed towards where you guys are going as well. If anyone wants to give me a lore or I don't know, any radiant test as well, I'll take.
What are we testing for?
What
about like deduction?
Nah.
Dang it.
What time of day? Because Farav will mostly spend his days either taking care of the horse at like sun up, sundown, or fixing stuff around the ship.
It is during daytime.
So probably fixing stuff.
Just out in the middle of daytime. Nmra.
Yeah.
Wow, everyone's rolling lore. Cool.
I didn't know what we were rolling for, so you said lore, and I'm just rolling for it.
Whoa! All right. Nmra and Farav both at the same time. You recognize the figures, kind of surprising you, but they are singers, or at least they're somewhat akin to singers. You can see that their forms have been changed, much like that the storm form that you met at Ashikil Keep. Looks like these singers that you know, but has been changed in a way that you're not quite sure how. And Farav, I'll say with that opportunity, you intuit that they seem to be flying.
I really need to stop getting on boats.
Vaki, the captain, comes over and says, what is that? Do any of you know what is flying up there?
Singers. Changed singers, but singers nonetheless. I don't know what they want. Now. Yeah, they fly now. No, Nmra, all of the carefreeness that you've seen on her is gone, and she's back in very business mode. And she looks at the captain and she goes, "It's best if you keep your business here short. If they're coming here with powers nonetheless, we cannot guarantee your safety. Granted, we don't know what they want, but it is best if we give them the space that they need and stay out of their way."
I agree. We will approach carefully and cautiously to Ral Elorim. We will not rush in here. We will probably take our time. It may take another day, if that is okay with you.
Yes. I do have it on some authority, though, that the Eerie, they may or may not be working alongside the singers, so caution is of utmost importance.
Interesting. Well, if my contacts in Ral Elorim are working with the singers, then maybe we will be in no danger. And we can conduct our business as well. I would worry, though, of your business. Maybe you should be the ones exercising caution.
Nmra smiles at that and she says, "You have your connections and I also have mine. And with this group of mine, I think we should be just fine. We have a tendency of keeping each other safe and dispatching of any unnecessary risks.
I hope you do not see me as a risk at all, Lady Nmra. I aim only to serve. Which reminds me, you need to be paid. Here is your crew's pay. And note that I put in a little extra for Lady Nmra, of course. Hopefully we can work together on some business in the future.
Where, out of character, remind me, where is my little, my little band of bandits?
They're in Rathalis, over in Alethkar. Yeah, I don't know if you would probably have to catch up with them at a Spanreed hub in, where's that place called? Rall Elorim. To know if they have survived in Rathalis this far, or if, as we all know, the singer occupation of Alethkar has driven them out.
Okay. She thanks the captain and she says, well, if you ever find yourself in Alethkar, in the ruins of Rathalis, there might be some additional work for you. If you enjoyed our patronage, of course.
Of course. If I ever happen to be in the vicinity of the ruined Rathalis, I will be sure to look up whoever is there. I will leave you back to your work. He added an extra 180 for you, Nmra.
So I just get paid double.
Or you can spread it throughout the group.
So I just got paid double.
I want to know what Nmra's been doing on this boat, because Farav's been working his butt making it like run better. He's getting no tips.
I don't know if you remember this, Farav, but Nmra grew up like in a port city working on ships and lived on the streets. Do you have that background? No.
I was going to say, clearly you're not management. That's what management does. You get paid while everyone else does the work.
Management always takes the bonuses.
Yep.
At one point they said, oh, Farav, can you go fix this thing? Farav like comes back an hour later and it's fixed and he's like, how did this happen? You see Nmra like depositing one of his hammers back in his tool chest and slinking off, and he's like, did I do this in my sleep?
Yes.
Farav, you were hanging out with the horses, you said? What are you doing with the horses?
Okay, before transitioning that, when he says like it might take another day, if Farav were to give him his goggles that allow him to see further or to do perception-y things,
yeah,
to be aware of things, would that help make the trip go faster?
Farav could volunteer to be a lookout. And
Okay.
I don't think it would make the trip go faster. I think that there would still be caution moving forward. I mean, it's just another day, you know. It's just, what's one more day?
Okay.
I'm sure it couldn't hurt, right?
More so of a, we want to keep our eye on the thing and we're going to take it slow, and this was a better way to keep an eye on. Okay. Enough stables.
All right. There's one horse.
Every morning or night, Farav will come and feed it and like brush it and make sure it's all taken care of, because Tylin, because Tim Locken's not here.
It's true.
He's not.
I wonder where that guy is. No clue.
Who would just leave their horse? You know, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That doesn't sound like the Tim Locken I got to know.
Going back, Tylin You get 90 spheres because you worked about half the time.
Half the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool.
Yeah. So Farav, as you're tending to the horse, you I'll say that it likes you the best, because you're the one that is actually going down and talking to it and being friends with it. It likes it likes your company. It finds a kindred spirit in you. As you are brushing it down, cleaning and oiling and waxing the leather of the saddle or whatever the heck you do with leather to maintain it, you notice a pocket kind of in between folds in the saddle that you didn't notice before. And you find a little slip of paper in there with some writing on it, but I guess you don't know how to read, so that's too bad.
Farav, I can't read. Can I discern language or anything about it without?
It looks. You've probably seen Alethi writing. As you are a merchant, you've probably also seen Tylin writing, and it looks more Tylin than it looks Alethi. Okay.
Farav will, I suppose, just pocket it for now until we get to the city.
Okay, cool. Great. You all right over there, Krishna?
Peachy.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right. As you guys approach, is there anything that anyone wants to do before we get to Rall Elorim? Has everyone been paid that wants to be paid?
I would like to be paid more.
Are you going to ask?
You should come talk to me about that.
To be paid more? Or?
No, I just want somebody to offer me more money.
Yeah, no one's just going to offer you more money.
The eternal dream.
There might be some sailors who are like, man, you do the work of 3 men, you win your shard plate, you should probably get 6 a day, instead of just 2 a day.
Agreed.
But no one takes it seriously.
Oh.
Okay. Some of the spikes on your shard plate have accidentally knocked over lanterns and accidentally poked sailcloth and stuff like that. So
almost
maybe it all washes out in the end.
Yeah.
Maybe it's okay. Farav, were you gonna say something?
Just asking how much Farav would have gotten.
Right. Did you work the whole time, or how much did you work?
I think I took a little bit of.
You were crafting.
Changing. Yes.
Some of that. We'll say 140. You worked the majority, but you took some time for yourself to make your little fabrials. Cool. All right. Well, then I have a thing to read, and I have something to show you all, show players. This is probably one of my favorite things in the Stonewalker adventure is we get this awesome art of Rall Elorim. Ever since Way of Kings, I've wanted to know why Rall Elorim is called the City of Shadows. And it's because it's underneath this cool rocky overhang. We've got the upside down pagoda stalactites.
Avatar: The Last Airbender reference.
100%
for sure.
Western Air Temple for sure.
Absolutely. It's gorgeous.
The vast city of Rall Elorim lies beneath the prominent natural overhang of a mountain. Some buildings cling to the roof of that overhang, carved into hollowed-out stalactites. Water cuts paths down the mountain, creating a sweep of storm falls that pour into a reservoir at the base of the city. Even from a distance, the unique architecture stands out. Algae and vines cover prayer statues of all shapes and sizes that adorn the streets, and the walls are painted with colorful murals. As the ship nears the port, security appears high. You see armed singer warriors patrolling the harbor, and more of those flying singers soaring above the city. However, you notice other ships. crewed by humans, crewed by singers at dock. And Vicky says, let's keep going and let's dock and we'll see what is going on here, if the humans and the singers are actually working together. If that works with you guys, unless you want to be dropped off somewhere else or something, he's going to continue into the harbor.
I think
Can
that's
Farav
good.
take a looky-loo at the flying singer? Because he knows singer, well, listen, Parshendi look different than singers, and singers look different from the storm form, and he's wondering if this one will look different.
Okay, yeah. You would... Are you so Farav is trying to determine whether it looks more Parshendi, more regular singer, or more stormformy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me a crafting roll. Because you're using your goggles.
Happy.
Oh no.
Never mind, nat 1.
Nat 1.
Highs and lows, highs and lows.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've got your goggles on. You're doing your zooming in, enhancing, and the reflection of the sun off of the lenses catches the attention of a nearby seagull analog that dives down and cracks the lens on one of the eyes. So you're unable to see anything, and your Fabrial goggles are broken.
Son of a biscuit. Okay.
Hope that was helpful. Great.
Out of curiosity, would Vardah recognize the singers based on the history that he's been reading about the desolations and radiance and singers?
Yes. He would. Guys, someone help me out here. What are the flying ones called?
Heavenly ones.
The heavenly ones. Yeah. All right. He will recognize them as heavenly ones. But he also sees some war forms on the docks. He sees one envoy form, and a what's the other one? Just a schmeckant. He sees a dire form on the docks as you coast in to port.
Cool. Not great. Cool.
For what it's worth, the dire form appears to be mainly watching over all the goings-ons and is directing everything. Isn't particularly violent at anyone right now at this moment, and seems to be interacting with both singers and humans in some sort of official capacity.
Can I, with the knowledge of beings that we fought, the storm form, and Tom and Veda, or Tam and Veda, that we saw previously, is there a chance for maybe an illumination that I can cast on my friends here to make us look singer-esque?
Oh. Yeah.
I'll roll for that if you would like.
Yeah. No, I definitely want you to roll.
Wait, can we have like a Canonwalkers plan meeting before, like?
I mean, we're still on a ship.
Yeah, we're on a ship. We're approaching. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm like, do we want, as the group, discuss like what the plan is? Because we've got a tracker / hunter that's good with stealth. We've got an actual stealthy person, like, and Farav's not, even though he's on like good terms kind of with singers nowadays, like he's not gonna want to look like one, I don't think. So I feel like just like a group talk about what the plan should be.
Sure. I think what I am thinking is that we're noticing this stuff as we're pulling in. There's like heavenly ones flying above. Clearly this is like we had some knowledge coming in that there were singers in this area, and now it seems like they're somewhat running the city, or at least somewhat like interacting with the city. So I just feel like it would be good if we had some more singers aboard. Maybe that could be not Farav, but like my proposal to the group would be like, hey guys, what if I tried to make you look like singers? And I could do that with my brand new talent called multiple light weavings, which is where I can cast or use the investiture of a single light weaving on multiple different light weavings.
Nice. While you're doing this conversation, could you roll an illumination test just to like proof of concept, show everyone what it would look like?
Okay, sure.
On yourself.
I reach out to myself and maybe like Nmra nearby to demonstrate, and here is the demonstration roll. Not fantastic, but also not bad. It's an overall 15.
Yeah, it works. You look like normal work form?
Yeah, like a standard singer in work form.
Yeah.
Question. Would Nmra being turned into, or like just with a light weaving on, would that affect her ability to use her name to get essential resources?
No, because I don't think it was Nmra's name specifically.
It's your presence
it's just Nmra.
It's the Nmra.
Yeah.
Got it. I am the Nmra. Understood.
Yeah. Yes.
It's your very essence.
While the group was discussing this, Vardah
No.
made a joke and said, "Get my marbling correct." And like attempts to laugh.
Through his shard plate? Yeah.
He's like, "Get my marbling correct, so I look like a good singer." He was trying to make a joke. And you guys took it about as well as I would expect somebody to take Vardah joking.
Exactly.
Loves it.
I'm assuming that like, I'm assuming that the light weaving just immediately like dissipates off of Nmra with like the laughter echoing in the shard plate.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, does it? Farav is taken aback by the laughter. Does it look like this is an occupying force, or does it look like they're just sending? Like in the last place we were, the Alethi had shown up and were making deals and trying to proclaim that they were back. What if this is just them doing the same, and it's not like an occupying force?
Can any of us do like a scouting test? Would that be possible?
Risha.
Yeah, Risha's a pretty good scout. Can she like look and understand what's going on a little bit better?
I would offer my goggles, but accidents have happened.
I mean, yeah, Risha could do a deduction roll, I guess. Or perception or insight. Any of those.
Cool.
While that's happening, Nmra turns to Vardah and she goes, "So, you have marbling?"
I do now.
Risha, with a roll of 15, I'll say that you're able to. It looks like people are pretty much just going about business. The singers do appear to be the ones in charge, and especially the bigger singers. With some have spikes, some have just taller, more powerful bodies. But they seem to be in charge. Apart from that, though, they don't appear to be, manhandling the humans, or you don't notice any violence. You just notice business at the docks.
Okay. Cool. I'll relay that to everybody.
Vardah says to Nmra, I like your marbling too.
The marbling that Tylin put on me?
Like me.
Ah. Okay. Let's keep moving.
As the group of us sails closer to the dock, I'd like to really give this an effort. And GM, let me know.
Yeah.
But what I would like to do is kind of sequentially go with a deduction roll to try to study all of the singers that I can see.
Yeah.
To give me advantage on my illumination roll for the group.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, so here's the deduction roll to see what I can learn. And that's a nat 1. Dang it.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was deduction. Okay. All right.
No, it wasn't. That was what is the opposite of a deduction?
Yeah.
That was the deduction test. So yeah, you attempt to deduce kind of general features, what the average singer would look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say that you didn't come up with the average singer in your mind. But to any other singer, if you use this image, which I'll still give you advantage on your next roll, but this image is probably the ugliest singer that any singers have ever seen.
So I have advantage on the illumination, but if I'm successful, I create the ugliest singer possible.
Yes, you create 6 of them. Depending on, Vardah's in shard play. He'll probably stay in shard play unless you want to try and put a dire form image over his shard plate or something. No. You can't do that on shard plate.
I'm gonna leave Vardah entirely. My max ability is the person that I cast on, which we'll just say myself.
Okay.
I have up to my ranks in illumination, which is 3 right now.
Okay.
I can at max create 4 illusions.
Which works because Farav, you don't want to be.
Doesn't want to be.
Okay.
So this would be anyone who volunteers, but not Vardah, not Farav. I'm thinking myself, Krishna, Risha, and Spark.
Okay, so I guess I was disregard everything that the Vardah was saying. I thought I had an illumination on me.
We can say that I practice on you. It was great.
Yeah, there you go.
But for the real thing, for the real show, to create the ugliest singers possible, here's that roll.
All right.
With advantage.
Wait, so
with advantage.
Apparently.
Are we retconning everything Vardah said?
No, I did create an illusion for Vardah.
I think it. Okay. All right. But you found out very quickly that it puffs away because it won't anchor on his shard plate.
Exactly.
Maybe everything that he said was before he realized the illusion didn't hold. He thought, illusion, look at me, I've got marbling, and then oh wait, there's actually nothing there. Never mind.
It puffs
very
away.
confusing.
Which is why Krishna was so confused.
Very confused. Very confusing.
I was like, okay, this is okay.
God, I thought I had marbling
right now.
Yeah.
I thought I had marbling.
Anyways, here's an advantage roll for that illumination test.
All right.
And I have another nat 1, but also a 13 for a 19 overall.
Yep. 19. All right. Yep. Everyone is super ugly. Even in work form, even though singers don't care about looks as much when they're not in mate form, generally like extremely repulsive. So
great. Don't look at me.
Question:
Wonderful.
Do you like disperse the different forms across the 4 people, or is everybody of one form?
No, I'm thinking that I'm just hitting like on the work form or just a work form for the 4 of us.
So it's okay. Nmra turns around and she can see that like this light weaving is much taller than her, right? 'Cause she's
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't made a short joke in a while. I had to bring it back. She kind of just looks to the others and she's like, "How do we look?"
I'd say even to each other,
do we know?
You don't look very good. But to like a singer, like
Maybe
there are
to a
probably
singer.
like subtle nuances of marbling of other pieces of carapace, etc., that are particularly seen as not attractive that you might not recognize, but a singer would be even more offended by your appearance.
Nobody's perfect.
Vardah stops and stares and then says, "Perfection. Spitting image."
Farav's just gonna look at him and back at that like, really?
Couldn't imagine anything better.
Okay, let's
Maybe to a Persian singer, yes.
All right, well, hopefully these won't be necessary the entire time we're on Ral Elorim. It doesn't look as if these singers are inciting any violence from what Risha has said, but no, it is best that we use these and go as much undercover, and she like looks at her arms, as possible.
Do we know where the Herald is? Or are we just sort of just walking into the city and doing the same thing that happens whenever we walk into a city?
That's it, man. That's our vibe.
Okay.
I might have someone we can speak to here in the city. I received a missive from them prior to us leaving Sesame Alex-Star, and they let me know they are here in Ral Elorim, so they might be able to help us.
Okay.
Works for me, you guys. Oh, yes, Farav, hand.
Oh, Farav was waiting for Nmra to call on him.
Oh, all right.
Oh, if Nmra looks at him, Farav.
May Farav go with the horse to a swamp and check in on Tori.
I will allow it, but do understand, there are people here you need to keep safe as well.
Well, if like Risha or Spark wants to come with, we can also go. Like we can group up and divide in numbers. Like I imagine if there's a herald here, like the communications hub of the city might have some sort of information.
It's truly not a bad idea, but
Why do you sound so surprised?
these trips you have taken by yourself are distracting for the rest of the group. But if you want to be distracting, then go and be a distraction.
See, now that one just hurts me because I feel like I'm distracting from the plot of the story.
No, it's a different thing. I'm so sorry. No, I promise I'm being mean because of Nmra.
Oh, yeah, that was Nmra.
You're fine.
You're specifically trying to find out where the Herald is, which is the plot of the story, Farav.
Well, does anybody else want to go to the spend and read hub? If not, we can go find Nmra's contact. I was just thinking divide and conquer. That's a very popular, like a lefty strategy.
Did Nmra point the direction of where her contact was?
You're still on the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You have not left the boat.
She gestured towards the city.
I thought we were like off the gangplank and.
Vardah asks that, and Nmra goes, and she points at the city.
Yeah.
All right. The boat docks. We're done on the boat. A singer in work form comes up and starts talking to Vicky and Jazerin, getting their shipping manifests and all their paperwork and stuff. And they don't really seem to be paying attention to you, but Vicky comes back and says, if you need to, you will need to check in. It seems like with, and this is a retcon, it wasn't a dire form that was managing everything on the dock. It was that envoy form. I apologize. I reread the adventure and it said envoy form. The fact that I mistook it for a dire form doesn't necessarily mean that a dire form is going to show up like later. That's not what that means. That just means that I accidentally came up with dire form in my own brain. You're going to have to go talk to the envoy form to check in. All passengers and purveyors of cargo must meet with the dockmaster there. Apart from that, thank you for your business and your help. Hope we see you on the measured response again soon.
Thank you
Spark's
so much.
Gonna give an awkward hug.
Oh,
like with your illusion on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nmra thanks him for the safe passage and for the coin or the spheres.
Well, you earned it, and here's to future good ventures between us all.
Of course. Shall we make our way to the envoy forum?
Cool. You have to wait in a little bit of a queue as other passengers, other ships got there before you. But eventually you get to the front of the line and you see that the entrance from the docks into the city is blocked by a barricade of broken wood and stone. In true Uriali fashion, however, it's decorated with brightly colored paint. Flanked by a dozen guards armed with thick carapace, a tall and lithe singer with black and red marbled skin watches over the crowds with an imperious gaze. Clearly in control, he wears fine garments and a crown of ornamented carapace grows from his brow. As you step up, he says, "What business have you in free city of Ral Elorim?"
Nmra, the illusioned one, steps forward, and she says, "My name is Nmra. We traveled quite a long ways. We are looking for a place to rest, a place to gather our resources. We have heard much of this great city and plan to stay as long as we can, as safely as possible."
Yes, you have come to the great city of Ral Elorim. You wish to be a member of this new civilization? Question mark.
Sorry, side note, I can't get over the fact that every time you have to do like a different accent, you somehow return to French. So
Yeah,
It's a default.
It's just, no, it's a feature. It's not a bug. It's just really fun. In character, Nmra nods and she's like, yes, of course. This very fine city. You have made a treaty with the humans here?
We have not made a treaty. We have taken what is rightfully ours. The Iriali recognized that as soon as the Everstorm came. You, Nmra, you have been amongst the humans too long. You have lost your rhythms.
Yes, they have taken, it feels like they have taken it from me. Perhaps being home amongst my own will return them.
Roshar is ours again, Nmra. I hope you
Yes.
hear its tones once more.
Thank you. It is good to know that we have reclaimed what is rightfully ours.
Yes. Know, however, that the Fused have authority here. They have been appointed by Odium himself, and you should do well not to cross them. If you wish to be of use to us here, then you may seek them out and find work that they give.
Of course.
Yeah. Does it say anything else? I report to the deepest one named Dimab. I can give a recommendation to you. To him, for you, from me, today. Or tomorrow.
You bestow upon us a great honor. Thank you for that. She kind of looks back to the rest of the group and is kind of like trying to see if she like shakes the head, nods, like what are we doing here, you guys?
Farav's just kind of glaring at the guy.
Yeah, I think that you did a great job. And I'm going to step forward, having both Iriali cultural expertise.
Okay.
And I'm hoping a radiant ability with light and sound.
Interesting.
I'm wondering if I could roll for, I know it says illumination as if that's only light, but it's also sound, technically speaking.
Right. Yeah. They're both waves.
Yeah, exactly. And so I want to try to mimic the rhythm that I hear from this envoy form as I speak to them. Could I roll first to see how successful I am?
Yeah. In the adventure, it actually has a deception test, but I like illumination instead because that's specifically what you're using.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's that roll. It's fine. It's a 12 overall.
The envoy form looks at you askance and says, "You have also been too long amongst the humans. Your rhythms are wrong." Where did you say you came from? And he looks down at his clipboard and starts making notes.
I come from the land of the Makabak people. Have you been there?
Not myself, no.
This is how they speak there, and therefore we are normal for those people. But not...
All right, now I'll have you roll deception.
Dang it.
Here's
a deception roll.
I would have given anything if he was like, "Oh shit!" I'm
even
coming
worse.
right."
I'm sorry, guys. It's an 8 overall.
You came with those humans on that boat. What is this human you have with you? And who is this shard bearer?
The humans are the workers. We are here for our people because we heard this was a stronghold.
And the human with one leg.
Our slave.
Yes, a good worker. He is wise as a builder and knows many metals. And we use him to craft tools. He is smart and
Listens to orders quite well.
Farav, anything to say?
Oh.
no.
Okay. I want Nmra to make a leadership test, and depending how that goes, I want to make a discipline test.
And it's
I'm confused.
You want, in order for Farav to go along with this?
Yes, because being told he's a slave is.
Okay.
He appreciates the compliments.
Well, Tylin's the one who said it. So, Tylin, you notice Farav starting to freak out a bit. Oh, Nmra. Sorry, Nmra said it. Either Nmra or Tylin.
Yeah. I will use a leadership, but can I use, because I haven't been using this because I forgot about it. So I have the well-dressed talent, which means that the first time I roll a leadership in a scene, I can get advantage.
Oh.
So I'm going to use that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll leadership with advantage against Farav's probably cognitive defense.
Okay.
15. Farav, your cognitive defense is 17.
Yeah.
You're still upset.
Oh.
And you might say something. So go ahead and roll a discipline test for yourself against your own cognitive defense.
And also, for Spark, has been working so closely with everybody. She's kind of getting a read on body language. Can I elbow him sharply?
Yes, you elbow him sharply, and Farav's self-discipline is able to keep his mouth shut. 19 versus 17. He beat himself there.
Nmra continues and is like, yes, he crafts tools for us. He crafts these goggles that he is wearing for sight. He did not raise weapons against us as we came, so we took him with us to bring here.
Fine. But this shard bearer, is he with your group?
Yes, he is. He speaks nothing, but he has also only protected us.
He looks like a good soldier. We would like to have him join us. I can take him straight to Demab.
Allow him, please, to help us with our things to a place for us to rest. And then you may take him. Or he will come and get you. Find you.
Vardah holds up his hand. And in a poor attempt to hum, just guessing at what the rhythms might be, he's like, I help them. I'm with them.
You help them with them. Great. Go ahead and roll a deception test.
Okay.
Who?
Should me.
Vardah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Nat 20 with a
Yeah, the envoy form buys your attempt at rhythms.
or as it may be.
The silent one.
Or as it may be.
Okay.
And
For those who didn't catch it, I was trying to pretend that I could hear a rhythm, and so I was trying to talk to it, knowing that it, well, not knowing that it wouldn't match what the envoy form would expect to hear. So I was like, we're gonna make an attempt to hear a rhythm, and so I was trying to deceive him into thinking, like, yeah, we can hear the rhythms.
Methinks the Vardah doth protest too much.
I was trying to explain what I was doing.
Yeah, and the rest of the group hears it as a great guess at what a rhythm would be. The envoy form says, "Fine, you may go with this group. I would like to give you both, you all, some escorts to a nice inn where you may rest. This is Yana and Teba. They will take you to the finest inn that you can afford. Welcome to Ral Elorim."
Again, thank you. Yes. And walks.
And he
away.
waves you. Yeah, he waves you in. But you do have a couple of, I think they're both war form. Nope, Yana is a war form, and Teba is nimble form. They say, "How much money do you have?"
We come with but a few spheres on us. We did not realize that we would need the human money.
Money makes Roshar go round. Of course you need money. Well, come, and hopefully you can afford the place we take you. And Yana's in the front, Teba's in the back, and they march you through the streets of Rall Elorim if you let them. If you fight back or resist, there might be strong words.
Does Nmra look comfortable with this?
Yeah, no, I think it's fine. As we're walking though, does Nmra tries to look at who's in the front again? Is it
Yana is in the front.
Okay. Does Yana perhaps have maybe any sort of mark on her wrist or forearm or something?
Nope.
Like okay.
I mean, marbling. Yeah, there's Yana is, and you know, having inhabited like a little bit of a singer, and knowing how ugly you are, like you're starting to realize how ugly you are. Yana has actually very elegant marbling.
Okay.
And you're kind of impressed with it.
Okay, and none of it happens to look like 3-petal flower.
Definitely not.
Understood.
Did you think that there was going to be a singer ghost blood?
You literally never know.
That's
true. There is always another secret, my friend. It is quite literally like the catchphrase.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
No. You're like, ooh, did you think? Yeah, I think anybody could. I mean, any character. And I'm like, she could be.
Yeah. No.
The crab with a stick that we saw could be a ghost blood. Who knows? Not
likely is somehow Kelsier. So.
Kelsier's dead.
Yeah, Kelsier's dead. What about Thydakar, man?
And came back
it could be Thydakar.
All right, you guys.
Right. Anyways, yeah, Nmra. You can't really tell underneath like the ugly light weaving, but Nmra is like if Nimra's like okay with anything or not, but she's following.
Yeah,
Cool.
You mentioned that Yana has particularly elegant marbling.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
How elegant is this marbling?
Noticeably elegant.
She catches you looking.
So, Yana, do you come here often?
I am stationed there every day, yes.
How are you liking the city? It's quite beautiful at the sunset.
I like it better now that humans are not enslaving me.
I have been a slave myself and know the horrors of humanity. You are wise, Yana, and I thank you for your assistance.
No thanks is necessary. We all do it in service of Odium.
Of course, in service of Odium, and also
Who's Odium?
Dave. I forgot his name. Damn it.
Oh, Demab.
Demab. Pretend that I said his name correctly.
Okay, not Dad or whatever.
His name is Dave now, canonically.
Dave.
Anything for Dave.
Anything for Dave. Can you tell me more
It's the
about
squid from
Dave?
Penguins of Madagascar? Dave.
Yes, Dave is one of the smartest. He is a fused and thus a spokesperson for Odium himself. He is strong, he is organized, and the city will flourish underneath his management. It is that linilium that you must watch out for.
We saw the ones who fly as we approached. Is this type the one that Dave is?
No. Dave looks like your shardplate friend. Strong, spiky. He is a deepest one. Control over stone. The heavenly ones, we have none of their fused here.
But what of Iliev? What?
Lilinum.
Lilinum. I'm so sorry. What of
Lilinum.
Aluminum.
What of Lilinum?
I said it wrong the first time too.
Okay, I'll explain later.
Lilinum is a devastating one. You cannot trust her. Still, she is a fused and speaks for Odium. So we must.
Of course, we must. Thanks, Yana.
Of course. Tylin.
If you want me to be.
Can Farav whisper to the group? Are we not going to ask who Odium is? Okay.
Yeah, anyone know who Odium is?
I do. This
I think
suppresses...
Vardah does from his reading as well.
Oh yeah, Vardah.
Nmra turns to Farav when he asks this question and is like, "Quiet, slave. No one spoke orders to you."
Farav, roll a discipline test.
I would argue with disadvantage.
Just regular.
Like, assume Nmra has said it with a lot more, like, confidence.
Okay.
I do not feel comfortable saying it.
It is technically less than last time, though. That's an 18.
but you still are able to keep a hold of yourself.
One hand on the reins, the other on the hammer.
Nmra turns back around and she apologizes to Yana for the outburst.
Is okay. Some will be okay with how you treat that slave. Others do not like that we should treat them the way they treated us. So be careful who you smack in front of who.
Wise words, Yana. Tylin is correct to have called you out as wise.
Both of you keep flirting with me, but I am partnered with Teba. Please do not make advances anymore.
Yes, of course, I was not attempting to, but yes.
Here is the inn. We have arrived. And you roll up on an actually okay looking place. And they drop you off. They let you go inside. And they say that they'll be there in the morning to come pick you up and take you and introduce you to Demab.
Dave, forevermore.
Dave.
Yep.
Yes, thank you so much. And yeah, that was great. Maybe we shouldn't have like Yana, as they're walking away.
Yeah, no, not as they walk away. I'll be like, Yana, your mate is a lucky Malin. Thank you for your assistance.
Teba is femalin.
They are a lucky femalin.
Your rhythms are as bad as your eyes.
Oh. I just remembered you guys are ugly.
For too long, and it is good to now be among my own people.
Yes, well, welcome to Ral Elorim. We will find a job for you tomorrow. And they leave.
That's correct.
No, I'll unpack that suitcase later. Actually, I don't want to know.
Offline, we'll unpack that suitcase.
I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna just throw the whole suitcase out. Don't need it. Don't want it.
He said they were particularly attractive. That's just I'm going with that and nothing more. And that is all. However,
no, look, singers, they're kind of hot. I get it.
Not kind
feel
of.
That.
Singers are hot.
They're super hot.
That's canonical.
That's canonical. I look, Leshwi.
Oh.
Anyways, we can cut this.
No, we don't need to.
Cool. All right. As you enter the inn that they dropped you off at, Nmra, it's a common room. You know, you've got a bar, you know, behind which there's an innkeep human. And you actually notice that there's a good mix of humans and singers in the common room, enjoying food, sitting around chatting. One human in particular, who was sitting kind of in the corner, notices you all walk in and focuses on Nmra. Even though, yeah,
I was gonna say, like, the majority of us are not looking like ourselves, though.
Correct.
Understood. Okay.
Nonetheless, this person kind of focuses in on you. And Marissa, I'm not going to tell you how to play Risha, but I might say that you are kind of shocked to see this person as they approach Nmra and say, I hear that I've been sent to meet you, Nmra? Wink, wink.
Potentially. And she's like waiting for him to show some form of,
Right. He does not have the tattoo, but he quickly pulls a paper with the ghost blood symbol out of his pocket and puts it back in and says, "Nice to meet you. My name is Kredik Vishar." And join us next time on episode 23 of Canonwalkers to see how this all goes down. See ya, everyone.
Oh no.
Well, looks like Fused now rule the City of Shadows, and there's been a brokered peace between humans and singers, though obviously the singers appear to be in control. Will our party keep this peace? Will they be part of the solution, or will they be part of the problem? Well, knowing our group, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But first, I think they're going to have to deal with this ghost from Risha's past, who is a ghost blood from Nmra's present. So, I actually just came up with that. I'm really pleased with that. Either way, join us next time for our continued search for Yilt and the Herald Pylia, the honor blade that was stolen, and the quest that all began with a lowly Shin monk. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time. In the meantime, check out Loose Cannons, check out Complicated Opportunities, and get excited for Mistborn Legacies, because I think it's probably right around the corner, and we might have some plans about that we're not ready to talk about yet, and I don't even know why I'm talking about it, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining in. This is Scott, the GM, signing off.